Okay, so I am making this little tutorial to show how to purchase the brickheads that I've been creating. This also works as just a nice tutorial of ordering anything off of Rebrickable using Bricklink. The only thing that you're going to need to make is a Bricklink account, which you can go to bricklink.com and make one for free. You don't need to make an account for Rebrickable. That's optional if you want to. Um, so the first thing we want to see is when you load the page, you should just come to the details. You want to go over to the inventory tab, make sure that's selected. We can see here that this uses 62 parts with 161 parts in total. So this has 62 individual parts or individual part types, while there's 161 individual parts. And it gives you a nice calculator based upon your region. So if I wanted to purchase this would be about $18 plus shipping and handling. Uh, so what you want to do once you're here is go ahead and add these parts to your Bricklink wanted list. We'll click on that button. A little dialog box will pop up, and you want to enter this as a new list, and you can give it a name. We'll just call this Benny, and you want to make sure that you are currently logged in, which I am, and we'll hit add parts. And 62 lots have been successfully added, which is that number that's right here. From Bricklink, you'll then click on your wanted, which will be this little heart up here. And we can see that it has made a list of everything in here. Now, you can see over in Rebrickable that sometimes things are loaded as a rare color. All this means is if you were to go over to its Bricklink page and check out that color's information. So we can do that by just going into how many sets this item has appeared in, which we can see here for dark brown, it's only appeared in 2 sets, which are the Rocket Raccoon set from this year and the Chewbacca set from last year, which it was used 32 times and 8 times. So there's a high number of these, and I feel like this is a part that's going to get used a lot more in the future, which is one of the reasons why I picked it, besides it just being a nice color to contrast with the dark tan of this individual brickhead. Uh, so you can either keep it, or from your wanted list, you can go and locate it, uh, which is right here. If we go back one and see what sets we were used, we can see that it's been used in 345 different sets in black. So if you want to lessen it, or if you're having trouble finding it, you can just sort of come into here um, to the top of this list, hit edit, and then just change this from dark brown. Oh, they took away that feature. You used to be able to change it, so you would have to come back to Bricklink's item page on here. So we can go 61215. We want this in the color info as black. We know that this is using 4 of them, so we can add to the wanted list 4 of these. Make sure that you select your Benny list or whatever you have named it, and we can add that in there. Let's refresh this, and we can see that it's added 4 of those. And you would just want to select this guy and hit the little trash can icon to delete it. But for me, I am going to keep it, so let's go ahead and just trash those 4 black ones that we've added. You can do this for almost anything. Some of them, like, where is the envelope? Might be on the last page. Here it is. If we go to the envelopes page, you can see items that are similar. So you have this one, this was an older piece, and you can see here it's going for roughly about the same price, just maybe a cent or two more. So if you want to use this alternate one, you can. And again, you do the same way. Add to the list, remove the other one from here. Or if there's another like specialty kind of like tile that you want to use, you can do that as well. Once you have everything in this list that you're ready to order, you simply just need to click buy all. There's a couple things you need to keep track of. Um, right now, it's trying to find these lots. What you need to do is select your store location. So this one, we are going to go ahead and I am in the United States, so I'm going to click on the United States. You can do individual countries, or you can do continents itself. So like I know Europe you might be able to like live in Germany, but order parts from like Poland, and then they'll ship it to you. So you can just click all of Europe. Uh, I am in the United States, so we're going to keep it in there. Um, this next column is very important. You want to make sure that you have your currency selected. And this next one is instant checkout. Having this selected means when it finds stores, it will find stores that have instantaneous checkout. Um, pretty much mean it will, they have their store set up to calculate the shipping and the tax. Having this not selected will include sellers that will manually do this. You could probably get a cheaper rate if you do not include this, but for ease, you may want to just include this. And then this last one is um, dealing with removing stores that you do not like. Um, this one removes stores that will not ship to me. You want to keep that included. If you live in an area where, like, let's say I live in the US and I don't, and there is like some sellers in Italy that just won't ship to the US, it will exclude those stores. Um, for these ones, I wouldn't worry too much about them. So once you have all this sort of done, you'll hit auto select, and this dialog box will come up. The only thing you need to worry about is like selecting stores when an item price is lower than the minimum buy. All these are individual sellers. Some of them have a minimum purchasing. Um, I would recommend keeping this off. If you turn it on, it will pick stores. Let's say they have like you have to at least purchase $10 from them, and all of the parts that you need may be like $8.50. You would have to go in and select more parts to get up to the $10. Excuse me. So I would just keep that off by default, unless you want to throw that on there and throw in some extra free brick for yourself. So it's going to start calculating, and boom. The one thing you need to keep track of is up here. This needs to say 100%. If it doesn't, you may need to go back and do things like remove the instant checkout. Let's go ahead and just remove all. I had in here where if I turn off instant checkout and I hit auto select, we can calculate it. Oh, it looks like they have that all in there now. So you just need to make sure this says 100%. If it doesn't say 100%, you should be able to figure out over here on the left what has not been ordered. And it might just be as simple as going into your wanted list and maybe for some of those like rare colors, changing them from like one shade of color to a different, like maybe instead of dark brown, we go back to black. But when I build these, I try to make sure that there's not too many rare colors that are being used, that they're all using fairly common parts. So once you have everything selected, you would simply hit create carts, uh, go over to your checkout list, and then you need to check out individually. And each sort of these sorts have their own sort of shipping, um, shipping and handling and taxes that they calculate. I'm gonna go ahead and trash these. Go back to the wanted lists. Click on Penny. Click on Buy All. Let it think again. Uh, if you were to click on Edit, this pulls up of what items you are purchasing, and you can see they have 4 available, and you are buying 2 of. So if you wanted to purchase extra of those for yourself, you can do that. So we can see in here that we are buying 3 of his 11 gold coins. So if you wanted more gold coins, you could just simply add them. So like, I want actually 6, and then confirm selection. And you can do that for each one of them. Here you can see this guy has a minimum purchase of $2, and we're buying $4 from him. And you can see that in this category here. That is how you purchase Lego from Bricklink. If you have any further questions, please reach out to me. I will help you any way that you can, but that should cover just about everything.